Hello and welcome to Model Railroading for Dummies, a how-to show for model railroading dummies just like me. Now, we have put the walls together last time and created that pile of fertilizer. Now that it's dry, let's start making it really look like a pile of fertilizer. And also, let's start weathering our structures to prepare them for putting them together. It's almost time to actually putting the kit together. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how it's going to look. I think it's going to look great. I can't wait. Hopefully you can't wait either. So, without any further ado, let's start working on the model right now. Okay. Now, this is pretty much dry. So I got some Elmer's white glue here. Put it all on. Just get a nice layer on top. Okay, so now I'm going to be using Woodland Scenic Soft Flake Snow. Here, I'm going to use this for simulating nitrogen or something similar to that. Something white, some sort of white fertilizer. I'm pretty sure it's nitrogen. Let's lightly sprinkle it on. I got it on my cutting board here so that all the leftovers can be easily scooped up and put back in the bottle. There. Now all we have to do is wait for it to dry. A bit used over here. So yeah, what I'm basically just doing is I just tap the edge of the spoon ever so lightly. Okay, so let that dry. Then we can put it into the building. Okay, I think this is pretty much dry. So what we're going to do is just tap on the sides here. It's still a little bit damp, but it'll work. So now, I'll put this off to the side where I can save the stuff later. So now what we'll do is we'll take our glue, use Elmer's white glue, because since we're using foam, it has to be a glue that is foam friendly. And that's Elmer's white glue. Okay, let's squish it into the glue. There, it looks like I'm gonna have to touch up the paint over here. I got a little careless with the black. Let's see. I gotta touch it up right in here. There's a little bit black there, but that's not too bad. There. Looks like there's a pile of fertilizer in there. Hope you can see that pretty good. That's what it looks like, and I think it looks pretty good. So now, let's take our roof and glue it on. Let's use our old tester cement. Let's just put a little bit of glue along the edges. Oops. There we go. Scooch it into. There we go. This kit also comes with some downspouts, but I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. If I do, I'll use them later. Roof is going to need some weathering, but that shouldn't take too much. I'm beginning to think I should have used those super glue so that it hold. It fit absolutely perfectly. It kind of just wants to scooch on up. So I'm just gonna have to hold this. Okay, I've got the roof all nicely on. I've got I actually added a little bit more of that snow along the edge where I got a little bit of black paint. And not only that, it helped clear there's a little bit of a noticeable lip between the bottom of the foam and stuff, so I put some white glue in there and sprinkled on some snow. May put a little bit more on, but overall looks good. Now, I've got the original base from which we decide how big we're going to make this thing. I have painted it sort of a cement gray with a Tester's spray paint can. I don't remember the name of it or anything. And I also added for the other side essentially 60,000, I think that's right, 60,000 styrene, although I did two 30,000s since it's stacked them together, which will get you about the right height because you kind of want it to be even. Okay, so basically what we'll do is we'll glue this on here. And then it's nice and even. And what I may do is I may come back with stone wall over here and spray it so that it's the same color. But in any case, I may not do it because, you know, this cement was poured later after this, so it would actually have a different color. So I may keep it that way, but it will need a dull coat. So when I'm done with the whole thing, I'll spray it with some dull coat to help dull things down.
Okay, now it's all on one base, and we can start putting things together.
Okay, now we're coming to the part where we're going to do a little bit of weathering. Now, if you remember in my first episode, I showed you a picture of how one of these fertilizer tanks had to have sprung a leak at one point and had a nice weathered effect. Now, I'm going to try and replicate that on here. So what I've done is I've taken some Vallejo Game Color Terracotta, same stuff I used for bricks, used a little bit of that, used some Vallejo Orange, number 83, and also used some old Tester's Rust. Sort of combined them to get a color I wanted. I'm gonna end up with plenty of the stuff. I'm gonna get most of this off on the paper. Decide on a place I want. And just start dabbing it on. Just try and get it straight down. Which I'm not doing the best job at. All this work just to get a hint of paint. Now that looks really good. I didn't get the straightest, but I am liking it. I'm liking the color. I'm liking the orange in there. The orange, Tester's orange, and make that a little bit more profound. There are spots which is a bit darker for some reason. So let's try and replicate that. Aye. Now let's wipe most of this off. Just kind of streak the bottom of it a little bit. There. We need just a hair more on the bottom. And I'm gonna make the original leak point even darker yet. There. Now that adds a lot of definition to it. Gives it a lot of life. Okay, now we're gonna work on this elevator thing a little bit. I do not have exactly none of the pictures really show me anything particular. I'm just gonna try and get a nice rusty border here. Been there a while. Because right now it just seems too bland. Now I use Vallejo Pale Blue Game Air, our model air, to color this because I wanted something a slightly different color, something not gray. And the one that they had over in Brookings, or not Brookings, Volga, it was at least part, the top part was blue, this part was gray. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to get a little bit on the inside of the railings now. There we go. It is looking good. It's looking good. It's got a nice rusted look to it. It doesn't have that one color look about it anymore. For the pipe that'll go into the building itself, it's gonna have to be painted later and rusted. So we have to either try and mix up the same color, or probably just go with Tester's Rust for that. But that's how it's looking right now. Okay. And also, I've also weathered the roof for this, kind of added rust streaks on here as well. Why not? I got the stuff mixed up. I mean, I got everything weathered now. I also added this piece here. And I got all this brown all nicely weathered with the India ink. Now it doesn't look quite so bright. This is really starting to turn out. And I am just really pleased with how this has turned out. I think it's going to be one of my best structures ever. Okay, that is going to have to be it for today. The kit is really looking good, and next time we'll continue putting this kit together. Before long, we'll be able to put it on the layout and see how it looks on the layout. And then I hope to maybe actually have a little operating session operating for that industry. So, if you like the show, please help the channel grow by liking, subscribing, and if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the little bell icon so you can receive content when I release it. And so, keep working on those model railroads, keep having fun, and keep your trains on the tracks.